Imagine this, a 3-day weekend every week. Sounds like a dream, right? For Sarah, a graphic designer in London, it's reality. She switched to a 4-day work week last year and hasn't looked back. I'm less stressed, more productive, and I finally have time for my hobbies, she says. Sarah's experience reflects a growing trend in the UK, ditching the traditional 5-day grind for a better work-life balance. But is it all sunshine and roses? Let's be real, folks. Shifting a company's entire structure isn't as simple as flipping a light switch. There are always hiccups. Some companies have jumped on the 4-day bandwagon, only to find their employees more stressed than ever. It's a delicate balancing act, this whole work-life thing. Meet Mark, a software developer. He was initially thrilled about his company's move to a 4-day week. Who wouldn't be? But the reality was different. They crammed 5 days of work into 4. He sighs. I was working longer hours and the pressure was intense. Mark eventually left the company, burnt out and disillusioned. His story highlights a crucial point. A 4-day week isn't a magic bullet. It can actually backfire if not implemented thoughtfully. Longer working days can lead to fatigue, decreased productivity, and even health problems. It's a classic case of be careful what you wish for. You might just get it, but with a side of exhaustion and a sprinkle of resentment. Now let's talk numbers, shall we? The million-dollar question. Does a 4-day work week actually boost productivity? The research is, well, a bit of a mixed bag. Some studies show a glorious surge in output, with employees feeling more focused and energized. Others paint a less rosy picture, with little to no change in productivity, or even a slight dip. The truth is, it's complicated. It depends on the industry, the company culture, and how the 4-day week is structured. Some people thrive with fewer, more focused hours. Others need time to get in the zone, and cramming work into fewer days just throws a wrench in the gears. Section 4. Happy workers, healthy business? Not so fast. On paper, it's a win-win: happier employees, more productive companies. Employees get more time for themselves, reducing stress and boosting morale. They come back to work recharged and raring to go. Companies benefit from increased productivity, reduced absenteeism, and a happier, more engaged workforce. But hold your horses. It's not always a smooth ride. Implementing a 4-day week can be like fitting a square peg into a round hole. It might work, but it'll take some serious hammering. Companies need to rethink their operations, streamline processes, and ensure clear communication to avoid creating a logistical nightmare. Section 5. Can small businesses survive the 4-day week? Now let's talk about the little guys, the backbone of the UK economy, small businesses. These enterprises are the lifeblood of our communities, providing essential services and unique products that we all rely on. Can they afford to jump on this 4-day bandwagon? It's a tough one. The idea of a shorter work week is appealing, but the reality is complex. On the one hand, they face the same pressures as larger companies, attracting and retaining talent, boosting productivity, and staying competitive. A 4-day week could be a powerful tool to achieve those goals, potentially leading to happier, more engaged employees. A 4-day week could be a powerful tool to achieve those goals. Imagine the boost in morale and the potential for increased creativity and innovation with a well-rested team. But on the other hand, they often operate on thinner margins and with fewer resources. The financial strain of maintaining operations with fewer working hours can be significant. They might struggle to cover the same workload with reduced hours, especially in customer-facing industries. The pressure to meet customer demands and maintain service quality remains high. The cost of hiring additional staff to fill the gaps could be prohibitive. Training new employees and ensuring they meet the business's standards adds another layer of complexity. It's a delicate balancing act, and for some small businesses, the numbers just might not add up. The decision to adopt a 4-day work week requires careful consideration of both the potential benefits and the inherent challenges. Section 6. The government wants you to work less, maybe. Here's a curveball. The UK government is dipping its toes into the 4-day week pool. They're not mandating it yet, but they are exploring ways to make flexible work arrangements, including compressed hours, more accessible. This initiative is part of a broader conversation about modernizing the workplace to better fit the needs of today's workforce. This could mean making it harder for employers to refuse requests for a 4-day week, potentially leading to a significant shift in how we view the traditional work week, or providing incentives for companies to give it a try. These incentives could range from tax breaks to grants, encouraging businesses to experiment with this new model. Now, this has sparked a whole new debate. Critics are concerned about the economic implications and the potential strain on small businesses. Some argue that it's government overreach, interfering with the free market and putting undue pressure on businesses. They worry that such policies could lead to decreased productivity and increased costs. Others applaud the move, seeing it as a step towards a healthier work-life balance for everyone. They believe that a 4-day work week could lead to happier, more productive employees and a better quality of life. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, and opinions are deeply divided. Some see it as a necessary evolution of the workplace, while others view it as a risky experiment, and the debate is likely to rage on for years to come. As the government continues to explore this idea, it will be interesting to see how businesses and employees adapt to these potential changes. Section 7. The future of work, more time off, more problems. So, what does the future hold for our work lives? Will the 4-day work week become the norm, or will it fizzle out like so many workplace trends before it? The idea of working fewer days but maintaining productivity is appealing to many. The jury's still out, folks. Experts are divided and opinions vary widely. But one thing's for sure, the traditional 9-to-5, 5-day grind is facing some serious competition. More and more companies are experimenting with different models. The COVID-19 pandemic forced us to rethink the way we work, and there's no going back. Remote work became a necessity, and now it's a preference for many. The genie is out of the bottle. The shift towards flexibility is irreversible. Flexibility is the new black, and employees are demanding more control over their time. They want to balance work with personal life more effectively. Whether it's a 4-day week, compressed hours, or remote work, the options are expanding. The future of work is all about finding what works best for both individuals and businesses. It's a balancing act that requires careful consideration. It's messy, it's complicated, and it's going to take some serious trial and error. Companies will need to experiment and adapt, but hey, isn't that what life's all about? Embracing change, learning from mistakes, and finding new ways to thrive.